is the 6-degree angle of attack. We're finally getting some wind. Not a lot, probably about 4 meters per second or so, but something. Okay, we've been collecting data for a little while now. The wind's been up around between 4 and 8 meters per second, somewhere in there. And the turbine's been spinning. Got the tip speed ratio, and it looks like it's somewhere around 0.65 to 0.7, somewhere in there. If that's the average right here, but that's the way it's looking right now. It goes a little higher when the wind dies down, and so the turbine might still be spinning, but the wind dies down, and this is calculated dividing by the wind, so of course then it's going to spike. And then if the wind dies down, then the turbine slows down, as you can see. This is filtered. That's why it's not quite as spiky as this is. I've got a little numerical filter on here just to try to keep it so I can see where the average is going. But anyhow, it looks like it's somewhere in that range, 0.65 to 0.7, somewhere in there. Okay, here I've got the wing set for 0 degrees. So at this point, if you drew a line straight to the middle of the cord, then it would be a right angle. So that's my 0 degrees. We've got just a little bit of wind, and this thing is just acting like a drag turbine. It's just going because there's a difference in drag on the side. It's really not in lift mode. So if you hear somebody talk about a Vought taking off, this is what they mean. Thought maybe I could do a demonstration here, because if we give it a good push and we can actually get some of the wind to stick to the wing, then it starts generating lift, and you get a higher RPM. But the problem is, under certain conditions like the angle of attack, it just never gets fast enough to get into this lift mode, and it just kind of drags around slowly, or it might just go and drag, and then the wind speed drops, and the air happens to attach to the wing, and then it takes off again. I changed the mounting angle for the wings to 0 degrees, and you can see we've had some wind here. I changed right around this time frame, and we've had some wind in the 4 to 6 meter per second range here. And you can see from the turbine RPM that we did take off at some point, got around 200 RPM, and then it went back down real low. And if you look at the tip speed ratio, it shoots up to 1 around and 1 here, and it did bounce up, but that I think was because the wind dropped near 0. So it's really not doing much. I mean, I think it's capable of pretty good speeds, but it just doesn't want to get there. That's the whole problem with fixed wing Voughts, is trying to get it to a point where it will start, so to speak. It'll get into lift mode, and then you'll get these higher RPMs. I've adjusted the wings so that they're just shy of the 3 degree mark. So there's our 0, and each mark is 3 degrees. And I just went to the low side of the 3 degree mark. So let it go. We've got a little bit of wind. And it looks like it's kind of in drag mode right now. It's not really going very fast. Anyhow, that's the Speedwing turbine. Again, I pointed out in another video that I did have the airfoil a little bit wrong. And sometimes subtle changes make a big difference, and it's possible that I just didn't get the airfoil right.